Welcome back to Dum Dum's 2099, where improvisers who've never roleplayed before journey into a futuristic world of Dungeons and Dragons. I am the Grand Wizard Bukake, your host. Alyn, Honor System, and Declan are desperately fighting their way to a medkit. Honor System continues to fight on despite his crippling injuries. Alyn was knocked unconscious by a Ronin Droid, and Declan is fighting his way into an office to save them both. Will they survive long enough to kill Bezos before he escapes on a primer hood? Find out next on Dums and Dragons 2099.
Declan, you are standing over a dead man with stupid gloves, having not actually shot him to death, but having, insulted him into that unknown country.
Into the nothing.
Yeah, exactly. With Honor System having dropped the foreman of the fulfillment center primer hood building line, you have access to his office where you're hoping to find something to revive Alyn, who is currently unconscious, living through sort of unconscious mind space encounters with her friends, all of which are leaving her more and more unsettled as the badly injured Honor System stands guard. What do you do?
Declan would like to look around in that fucking office. Odds are, if this is a workspace, it should be clearly labeled. If it's
it is. It is. Right. It is very. It is. It's an OSHA kit. No, it's a. It's a very clearly labeled first aid kit. That said, upon opening it, you realize that Amazoon does not have unions, and as a result, this first aid kit is not great. Rummaging through, you're able to find some kind of surface level bandages, which you can probably use to help patch, but you actually only find one nano patch.
All right, he'll take what he can get. Just say, there's a reason people don't want to fucking work here. Just turn the world into a toilet. And he just takes the shit out and goes back down to doing that duck and cover. I don't know if the other side's turret is working. Run down.
It is. They're just still encountering technical difficulties of the entire neighborhood being cranked up and blocking your way. Alyn, as Declan makes his way over, you have one final vision in the darkness. Having been disappointed and somewhat unsettled by Butthole, your mind drifts to the only other place it would in such a situation.
Yeah. Well, to the left, there's Alyn kind of sees the hint of the face of Quinny coming up, but from the opposite side, slowly but more quickly, moving into frame and kind of squeezing out Quinny, is a painting of two dicks wrapped around each other in a twist knot.
Yeah, technically it's one dick jerking off the other dick.
My apologies. One dick jerking
Hence
off
the twist knot, yes.
Itself.
And in your head,
how deep commit that to memory?
5 seasons in the making.
It's the first thing I thought of when I thought Mindscape. Yeah, that painting's there.
Echoing through the halls of your mind, you just hear, "Don't be a louser." Alyn. And even just in the periphery of your vision, the disapproving scowl on Quinny's face as he disappears back into the shadows.
It's Alyn kind of really wanted to hear what Quinny had to say, but it is what it is.
At which point Declan slaps a nano patch on you, waking you back up. Ryan, go ahead and roll. I believe we were rolling a D6 for these, or are these D4s?
They're D4.
They're give me D4.
What is it? A D4? 2 D4 plus 2 for the enhanced nano pack.
Whoa! Who said enhanced?
Okay, well if it's a regular one, then it's just 1 D4.
I'll give you 1. I'll give you 1 D4 plus 2.
Great.
No
that
unions.
Is 4. You have 4 HP.
I have 4 HP.
Twins.
Twins.
HP twins.
All right, Alyn, you've woken up. He looks down the assembly line. Tom, you said there were 7 of these, and we're at number 2 of 7?
No. There are 7 overall phases, but the important thing to know is that several of these have multiple phases. So, for example, the grass was a phase. You're currently in the structure implant phase, which is phases 4 and 5. So because the neighborhood has been shifted and is now blocking you on your side, that means the 5th phase is about to be complete. Now, you don't need to wait for this thing to shift back down. If you book it, you can actually get on the next platform and get a little bit closer to Bezos.
Super. I think it'd be like, Alyn, it's time for us all to fucking run. Here's the deal.
Okay.
I'm in the front. Nobody call attention to their fucking selves except me. And then he's just going to go, "Rah!" It's just him yelling as he runs forward and jetpacks while screaming.
Okay, so just going full Mandalorian. You land on amidst the skeletal structure of a neighborhood, again, in a large plain. You're struck for a moment by a weird, almost uncanny valley sense, where just you almost feel like you're having double vision as you see just kind of the framework of this neighborhood and the green grass. And were you honor system, you would recognize this as an eerily similar setup to where Seamus was tucked away, just like a perfectly generic suburban block. Nothing particularly offensive about it, nothing particularly spectacular about it. Copy paste in a video game level style suburban block. So it throws you feel a little bit ill. You're not quite sure why, but again, that memory is not currently in your brain. So you're able to shake it off.
I hate the suburbs.
Wow, just taking shots at Arcade Fire all over the place. Once you're safely aboard,
Love tunnels. Hey,
Bazinga, you're aboard the platform. Declan, you can see that similar to how the grass was drilled down, there's furniture being rapidly slotted into the superstructure of these buildings. So like bookshelves are being dropped with like pre-approved books. Couches, chairs, they all look vaguely functional but kind of uncomfortable. And beyond that, like kind of looking up, you can see, chairs are coming down, but also they're going to start adding flooring and walls to the buildings. Like it's the rest of it is getting kind of like tooled up. Furniture's dropping here. The finishing touches are happening there. So Bezos's is just finishing the finishing touches. They are slapping walls down on all the sides of the buildings and kind of putting down roofs. Again, your floor, you've got dropping furniture. Alyn and Honor System, are you letting him go first and then following, or are you following with him?
I think we should let him go first. Honor System would be offering to help Alyn to her feet and also assist with crossing that gap if she requires assistance.
Okay, so that means that Declan, you are alone on the furniture slab when 2 axe robots and 2 machine gun troopers ride down on, like, one of them is in a chair, one of them comes like riding down on a bookshelf like a fucking pirate. But 4 troopers ambush you from the ceiling. Because your friends are not with you currently, I'm going to ignore their initiative, and we're just going to go based on you versus them. So I got to roll for them, and then we will go.
Do you want me to roll for me, or are we still using my ongoing
We
initiative?
are still using your ongoing initiative, unfortunately, sir.
That's
no
all
one
right.
could see
did we
it.
make the same
but
face,
Tyler
Laura?
and I just made the same face. We both slighted, kind of like, ooh.
But on the initiative?
Yeah.
On not being able to help with being like, uh-oh.
Yeah. He was like, hey.
I'm sorry.
what? I don't
Enjoy
think
your
that's
free
genuine.
nano patch, you ingrates. All
I
right.
don't think that apology was genuine.
All right.
I mean,
So
I don't know if that nano patch was free so much as it cost me 26 health. just to point that out.
you know what? That is fair, Ryan. I was targeting them, and I forgot about you. You're just
Yeah,
collateral damage in that.
Yeah, you pulled an
scenario.
Allen.
Yeah, that's right.
You're targeting them, but you hit me
That's
too.
right. I'm gonna just tattoo on my hand to watch out for that.
No matter who's
Remember,
under
Declan's
attack,
dying.
Laura's under attack.
Alrighty. Speaking of being under attack, the troopers open fire on you. Declan, remind me of your AC, please.
18, 1-8.
18. All right. So they missed with the first 2 shots. One of them hits with the second shot. The other one misses. So I think we'll say this is them firing as they come down. So it's going a little bit wild. That is 13 points of damage from the SMG.
So that gets cut down to 10 because I have ballistics resistance 3.
Yep. And then the 2 axe bots rush you kind of in a vaguely like General Grievous's guards kind of way, where they've got the axes up in the air and just come charging at you to take a bunch of swings. Ooh, those are bad swings. Okay, again, only 1 hit. All right, and that is another 11 points of damage.
Okay, and those are
slashing.
Those are slashing, so I don't have resistance. I have 2 resistance to everything from the armor, and then the other is just ballistics. So that's goes great. From 11 to 9.
Yep.
Oof, I'm going to try to do this fucking math. All right, there we go.
Cool.
He's still looking better than you 2 assholes. I hate being the fucking tank. It's just what he yells across the fucking link. As you just hear me like, oh, fucking hell. Oh, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's like a cartoon, just like a dust cloud of fists are coming out of it and axes and blood and a sniper rifle improbably.
Oh, realistically, no, I'm going to fucking use evasion on one of those to cut that in half. So that 9 will become 5. So he'll take 4 more health. I feel like they're all going to count for something.
Yeah, every little bit helps. You know, it's like a take a penny, leave a penny jar. All right, remember pennies. Top of the round, honor system to Alyn. You can get in now. Or sorry, Declan, you get your 1. Sorry, it's just such a low initiative. It slipped my mind.
I know.
Jesus, Tom.
So you've got 2 people in close combat with you. 2 people at corners. We'll say top left and bottom right corner of the platform. Bottom right being closest to honor system.
Oh, shit. Tom, I get confused about bonus actions and reflexes. You can use what? 1 per round of a bonus action or a reflex, or you get a bonus action and a reflex?
I believe you can take your bonus.
Your bonus action is on your turn.
Your turn.
On your turn, you get your action, your movement, your bonus action.
So you get 1 reaction, but your bonus action is on your turn, so that's unaffected.
Yes.
Yeah, reaction happens anytime. And you get it once per round.
So you can think about it this way. It's like you get a main action, a movement, and a bonus action. And then you have 1 floating reaction that you can use on your turn or on the opponent's turn.
That makes sense.
The bonus is tied into your main thing. I was confused because my 4th edition brain kept being like minor action, right? It's a minor action. It's not anymore. Yeah.
Okay. Declan is going to use his cunning action to disengage. So he gets that for free. So he just rolls forward and out from under the 2 axe robots. And then he is going to just leap forward using his jetpack to try to get to a position where he can shoot the guys who came down, but from cover. So it's just roll forward, leap over to the side, and just sniper rifle someone the moment he hits the ground.
Okay, yeah. So we'll say you leap forward and you just like rocket along the ground as a like a couch comes slamming down behind you, and you're able to just kind of pop back up against the couch.
Perfect. And then he'll shoot at one of the shooters. He's more worried about them than the axe people, because you can outrun the axe people. It's very hard to outrun a bullet, as he is yelled at a lot of dead corpses.
I assume you want to shoot the one closest to you, not the one closest to your friends, or do you want to shoot the one closest to your friends?
One closest to the friends. Right now, he would rather that everybody's looking at him and his friends can essentially tackle the 2 axe robots from behind who are not paying attention. That's his primary goal here.
All right, go for it.
That is a dirty 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
Alrighty. And that is 19 ballistic damage.
19 ballistic damage. A strong hit, but unfortunately not quite enough to drop the trooper. You hit them, they kind of like wheeze and fall forward hard on their shoulder off the bookshelf. But seems their armor caught just enough of it to keep them up.
Yeah, I mean, considering the circumstances, I'm not surprised it's not his best shot. He's just been like shot and stabbed, flying through a giant assembly line. The fact that he hit someone at all is like, this guy's pretty fucking good. And he's like, I gotta be better. That's all he says to himself as he racks the slide to take another shot.
You got your own Mordenkainen kicking around in there. That's nice. Mm-hmm. All right, top of the round, honor system.
Alyn, if you'll permit me, I'd like to do movement where I move you with me to cross this gap.
Alyn thinks back to like all the times she's like brought people with her through like benign transposition, like dimension doors. Like It's about time the tables turn. So, yeah, no, do it. I'm ready.
Very good. Hold on, and I just run and jump.
Using those special legs.
Yeah.
It's less magical, Alyn, but no less magical, if that makes sense. On a system, you land on the furniture drop slab.
Okay, sweet.
In the center are the two axe bots that Declan just pulled out of. Behind you to the right is the trooper who just got shot off the wall. Ahead of you to the left is the other trooper who is lining up their sights on Declan.
Okay. I release Alyn and would like to engage the two axe bots.
Let's do it up.
All right. We'll do 3 attacks, and if there's anyone standing, we'll do bonus action 4th. 28 to hit.
Yeah.
16 to hit.
Yep.
23 to hit.
Yep.
Damage on those. 10 plus 7, 17.
Mm-hmm.
4 plus 7, 11.
28 total.
And 8 plus 3, 12 plus 7.
11.
My brain.
You know what?
It's okay,
it
20,
equals dead robots. You don't have that
Okay.
much HP, so
Okay,
I know that
right.
math pretty good.
Super.
Tyler, how does Honor System dispatch these two axe robots?
Just in a flurry, quickly exchanging kind of parries and feints as they swing their axes around, but the axes are slower, and so Honor System makes short work of them, basically cutting them down as their axes swing through nothing but the air that fills the space that I used to occupy as I move about them.
Amazing. So the two robots fall apart. Sad, wildly outclassed machines that they were. Bringing us to Alyn. Unless, Tyler, did you have anything else you wanted? Can your bonus
action? I don't think I can do much with it now that I'm kind of here, just with these defeated enemies. Oh, if you'll let me with the bonus action, I'll pick up an axe to have in my offhand.
Sure.
Or could he throw Legion?
Yeah, I'd buy that.
Okay.
Throw?
How far is the guy who's fallen out? Fallen out the window's pretty close by it, and the guy that is sighting up Declan, he's a good
Further
distance
away.
off.
Yeah. So easy throw at the close by guy. Much harder throw further away.
I'll throw for the close by guy just because I also have to go get my sword when I'm done.
It's the part of making it rain they never show you, where you have to get down on your hands and knees and pick up all the money again.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead and throw Legion. Air Legion.
I rolled a 13. What are you looking for me to add if I'm throwing this?
I think I'll take this as an athletics.
Okay.
I feel like this is less an attack and more of an Olympian sport.
A dirty 20 then.
Okay, yeah, that'll do it.
A flourish, and I basically hold it instead of with the blade coming up from like where I have my thumb, the blade is coming down from like my pinky, and I just throw it like a large dart at the guy.
Sick. You strike him squarely. Go ahead and roll your damage.
6 and 2, 8 plus 7.
I don't care. He just needed the 2. He's done. Much like Ted Lasso at a pub, your dart flies true and impales the trooper against the wall, just pin cushioning him. So the good news is he did manage to get back up on that bookshelf, just not exactly the way he'd hoped. All right, so sword goes in, guts come out. Alyn. Currently, the only active combatant is the trooper in the furthest left corner, who is sighting up Declan, and unfortunately has pretty good line of sight on him because Declan's cover was from all of the things back. This guy's pretty close to him, so Declan might be in some trouble if you don't.
I think the only thing I can really hit him with at this point is some acid. I mean, at the very least, it'll distract him. So, yeah, man, it's just gonna be like a
yeah, go for it.
Squirts.
Acid arrows. Yeah. So that's gonna be first one 25 to hit.
Yep, that'll do.
Second one 15 to hit.
Barely, but yes.
Yes. Okay. So that first one is taking. Oh, boo. 5. Oh, I get an extra d6 on the first one. So 10 acid damage on the first hit.
Okay.
And then 7 acid damage on the second hit.
He screams as the acid begins cutting through his armor, but he is still up.
Well, he's screaming, so Declan should see him.
Truer words.
Declan will hear the person shooting him.
Yeah.
He does.
I can't be hurt by anyone I can hear.
Oh no, the prophecy.
The fortune teller told me.
Yeah. He opens fire. Declan, he will hit you with 1. He misses with his other shot. That is 17 points of damage.
17 points. Okay,
Ballistic.
Declan will use Uncanny Dodge to chop that down to 9. And then he has Ballistics Resistance 3, so it becomes 6.
Okay. As the acid burns through, he just says, "Now I have acid bullets, I hope." He does not.
Yeah.
Declan.
Nah.
No, that just means your gun's fucked. And then he's going to shoot him.
Fair enough.
Classic Declan. He's got shit to do. Nat 20.
All right, just tell me what happens. I mean, this guy, he's got 3 health left.
Yeah, Declan just plugs one through the guy's throat. So there's just that cough from inside the helmet where you see blood spray down the jaw. And he gets up and he says, "I fucking hate people who fucking shoot me." And then he just racks another one into his rifle and just plugs the guy in the head. So it knocks him over almost in a Django, that lady getting yanked out of the hallway way.
Okay.
He's down. And do either of these fucking assholes have jetpacks? They both flew down. So they should,
They
right?
rode down.
Oh, so no
on the
jetpack.
pieces that are being slotted
on
into place.
on the installation slots, unfortunately. But the good news is, you're hot on Bezos' tail. It's one final jump to make it in. The walls of the buildings are now down, and you can see kind of the massive exterior shell being dropped in order to make this thing space proof. It is time to run and jump, my friends. So run and jump.
Great. Declan is super fucking speedy because he's got a cunning action that lets him use a bonus dash each turn as a bonus action. So he's just double dashing and jumping this motherfucker.
Great. Because of your jetpack and that, I will say you're able to handily make that. Alyn, an honor system.
Honor system's hand goes out and says, "Alyn."
And it's just like second nature now.
Yep.
Alan's just hanging on.
and we go.
All right, give me that athletics, but I'll give you advantage because of your magic legs.
Oh, that's nice. 16 plus 7 for 23.
Yep, that'll do. Presumably making the $6 million man noise, you leap off the furniture dropping platform onto the completed primer hood, seeing before you fake trees, installed grass, copy paste buildings, and a darkening as the massive space safe pod is dropped down and drilled in all around you, enclosing you in a little Truman Show dome, before you feel the entire thing begin to shake and tremble as it is lowered onto the railgun to be launched planet side. Now, Declan, you've lost line of sight, but you do know that you are leaving the moon now. What do you do?
All right, friends, this is a big turning point, which is we nuke the moon now, we all die, we know we get this fucker. Otherwise, we're riding into fucking space, and if he wins, he becomes a god and takes over the fucking planet. How are we feeling?
Well, why don't... just destroy the factory, destroy everything, and if he does get away, we can still chase him.
No.
To be clear, you're in his You're in his primer hood right now. He's in here with you.
Oh, he's in here with us.
Loaded into a gun.
Yeah, Alyn, we're in here and he's in here.
Yeah.
We're being loaded into a gun. The gun is on the moon, so if I fire the Zeus cannon, it destroys the gun and the moon and all of this shit, but also us. Otherwise, we go take our shot at trying to beat the B-Man, but if we fucking lose, he's on Earth. I guess fucking whatever the fuck our planet's called. He's on Faerun Earth.
Well, I still have shit to do. I still have things to take care of. I still have, honestly, like, dimension-spanning assholes to kill.
Yes. We all have shit to do, Declan. You as well. I have shit to tell you.
The fuck are you talking about? I know everything I need to know. We could blow ourselves up in the B-Man and we fucking win.
You know everything you need to know to complete the mission. But if you survive the mission, there's more that I can share with you.
Ah, fucking shit. Fucking secrets. I fucking hate this fucking shit. You and your fucking dimension and you and your fucking secrets. This would have been so easy if we'd all just blown ourselves up. Let's go fight this piece of shit. Fuck.
So the primer hood rumbles around you, and you hear like glassware tinkling and hitting each other in all the various buildings around you. This thing has a very Fallout vibe. If you've played specifically Fallout 4, where they let you fuck around before the bombs drop, and it's just like a weird 50s nightmare town. So you can tell that all of these houses have been equipped, presumably with like exactly 2 cups, 2 plates. Like it's an IKEA showroom's worth of stuff. And you hear it all kind of clinking and rattling around you. Suddenly you're all jostled forward as the primer hood drops into the gun. And without any warning, you're kind of thrown forward yet again. Artificial gravity kicks in rather quickly. You get the sense because Bezos himself is aboard this one. They've activated a bunch of things that wouldn't normally be on here, but his anti-union protocol was enough to get this thing ready.
What a dick, honestly.
There's a reason we're fighting this villain for an entire season. The primer hood launches, and moments later, you feel just not full weightlessness, because there is some artificial gravity, but your bodies are definitely more weightless than they were moon side, which means, Declan, you now actually have a clear shot without all of you, if you choose to take it.
Yeah, man. He's not gonna fuck around now. This is time to do something fucking cool. Anybody, system, do you want to push the button?
Declan, please. Just
okay, fuck it. I tried to be generous. Eat shit, fuckers. And he's gonna fire the Zeus cannon into the moon, just hitting the thing on his wrist.
Amazing. So you hit the thing. It's a little bit like the Joker pushing the detonate thing, but also you don't have you only have little slots in this shell to look out of. It's not like there's a beautiful bay window or anything, but peering through the slots, you see sort of the green energy on the Zeus cannon glowing in the distance. And unlike before, when it was chasing you around, blasting you from pod to pod, being well and truly clear of this, it's a much more beautiful sight. You see the satellite glow a brilliant green before unleashing just a fucking hell of a ray directly through the top of the Citadel, very Independence Day style, just blasts down. You see the giant smile crack directly in the center as the glass blows out of the hive quarters, each individual floor blasting out into space. Before it cuts down and looking directly back along the rail cannon line you were just launched out of, you see the beam cut down into the fulfillment center and just start triggering explosions. If this was an action film, you'd be running right now for some reason, but you're already free, so great. You see just explosion after explosion gradually fading to nothing as you get closer and closer to the containment field and the lack of atmosphere. But around it, the shape of the moon begins to kind of crumple inward as the hollowed out core is blown apart. And slowly but surely, chunks begin to just kind of crack and break off as the moon shatters beneath the blast of the cannon. Having not properly been rested between charges, the Zeus cannon itself is the final explosion. There's one last flash as its engine goes supernova, and then the beam cuts out immediately, leaving just a drifting field of debris. Fire where atmosphere still exists, but the Amazon Citadel, the Fulfillment Center, and more importantly, Bezos's hidden supplies of frozen bees have been completely annihilated from space.
Yes.
Well, A, that was beautiful. B, fucking nailed it, saved a whole bunch of cities. And C, we're going to have royally fucked up all the oceans. Just fucked them up so much. Whew.
Yeah, I feel like Alan's like looking ahead and like there are like streaks like going through the atmosphere of like pieces of the moon.
There will be. I mean, the flip side of this is you do live in a very highly technologically advanced society.
That's
and
true.
Now that there are mages running around again, the odds of being able to come up with some solution that results in not the entire planet immediately dying because the moon is gone are very, very high.
Listen, everybody's going to sort that out. Let's save tomorrow's problems for fucking tomorrow. Today's problem is a bunch of bees inside a costume that are going to try to fucking murder us. So let's go deal with fucking that.
So the primer hood continues to kind of shake as with the kind of propulsion off of there's like miniature thrusters outside as well. The shell, I should explain, isn't just kind of like a big chunk of metal and now you're just a bullet that's going to crash into the planet. It is built essentially as a drop pod. So once it reaches the atmosphere, parachutes, the whole thing, it's still going to slam down and crush whatever's under it. And without the Zeus cannon kind of laying the groundwork, who knows? That said, inside you're getting like false atmosphere and clearly the amenities that Bezos has added to this specific drop pod. So your prime concerns now within the primer hood, you obviously need to locate Jacinda Bezos wherever they are and attempt to get them with your either with your flesh grenades or with the anointed sword legion.
Yeah. So Alyn's got a grenade.
Yeah.
Because Declan gave her one that's like teleported into the suit. Legion's got the super sword. And Declan say, I mean, system, I heard you click out over there, so I know you're out of ammo. So take this. And he'll take off his heavy pistol and give it to system. Just like, if you need something from fucking range, you can shoot this instead of throwing your shit.
Thank you, Declan. Take care to survive in the coming fight.
Yeah, everybody needs to fucking survive in the coming fight. That's going to be our strategy. Don't fucking die. Kill the bee, man. All right, if we get there and he's got the fucking drop on us, let me talk. I've got an idea for negotiating. I think we can do it if shit gets really fucking bad. But hey, if we could just snipe this motherfucker, fuck him, is all I'm saying.
Yes.
Okay.
Knowing that we've done this previously, I think Declan is still going to be very cautious and stealthy, but leading the way. It's not going to be all three of us in a line moving forwards. If somebody's going to take a hit, Declan would rather it be him ducking between cover than the two much more, I think, definitively glass cannons at this point. I don't know what's softer than glass, but they're like sand cannons. Like a breeze will blow them away.
Yeah.
Sandins.
A pair of cotton cannons. That's us.
Oh, if it rains, they're gonna get real sticky. All right, so basically, again, you find yourselves in a small neighborhood. It's dark in here. There are kind of working lights on, but it's not like a fully lit neighborhood by any stretch because it was never intended for these purposes. All of these are being launched planet side with nothing in them. The Union Protocol is the only reason this has extra bells and whistles. The other thing that you can look to do if you feel so inclined that is on a timer is you currently don't know where this primer hood is scheduled to land. If you wanted to attempt to direct it somewhere, you could try and find sort of like impulse controls to knock it somewhere in particular, but that's kind of a secondary objective, and that's up to you whether that's something you guys would care about. You're all kind of bleeding to death, so I don't know if that's necessarily top of mind, but
if Declan could see a place along the way where he thinks he could jack in to do that, it's a great way to be like, and no matter what happens, this fucker's going in the ocean. Good luck, you pile of fucking bees. But like, it's not top of mind.
Fair enough.
But it is on the mind. The others have been fired on major city centers. So like, it's a close secondary goal for Declan at this point.
Totally fair.
Yeah.
Okay. So Declan, let's start with a stealth check, because this is really one of those wildly uncomfortable. You're moving through this kind of, for lack of, like, it's a ghost town essentially, but a really shiny, recently built one.
Mm-hmm.
And you know he's around, you just have no fucking clue where. It's kind of an awful situation for a sniper particularly.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, so despite that, you're moving well. Honestly, this feels like the corporate wars to you. This is what you used to do all the time, except you were waiting for things that looked like honor system to jump you and try and kill you, not a giant suit of sentient bees. You're moving kind of carefully through this quaint, incredibly safe seeming neighborhood, and again, you're just struck by the sense of sameness, the sense of any lack of personality. You know, you think of the parts of Nairfrost that you actually liked. You know, the places where you'd hang out with like Chainsaw or other friends. Just they weren't great, but they had, even Radio Shark, like it had personality. Even that mall you guys crashed into way back in the day had personality, whereas this is paint by numbers, by committee bullshit. You're moving through when you come upon Bezos's suit, and it is empty. The helmet is cracked, and it would seem that in his flight, he too suffered some damage. So the suit has been abandoned. The helmet is shattered. The arms have deflated, and it's just kind of laying there like a robot costume that someone took off.
He would sub-vocalize to the others and just say, the bees are fucking loose. There's nobody in this suit. Like, no outside voice. This is all the sub-vocalization they've had to do in, like, hardcore combat scenarios.
Yeah.
But it's just like, the bees are fucking loose. We can't afford to leave one of these little shits alive.
Alyn sub-vocalizes back. Like, is there anything either of you have to gather them in the same place? Or do we have to hunt them one by one?
Theoretically, if they want to kill us, they're going to have to come at us in a group. There's no way one bee could take any of us down, but he could fucking secrete 2 or 3 of the little bastards anywhere in here, which is a real fucking problem.
Tom, this place is being filled with atmosphere, right?
That's correct.
Would there be a way to find where the atmosphere is being vented in and pumped in to this neighborhood and set off a gas grenade in there and have it basically this gas be circulated throughout the entirety of the neighborhood?
Why, yes, there would.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
But system, you might want to present that idea to the group.
Yes,
No. That's an inside thought.
now that I've confirmed that it's even possible, yes.
Bite my bees, damn
I'll be bringing it to the table. Declan, if you are feeling in more fighting form, you may have to be a distraction for myself or Alyn or both of us. I should take one of the gas grenades and find the central air system pumping oxygen into this dome and set off a grenade there, effectively circulating the gas throughout every inch of this place.
Perfect. All right. And he'll just he knows where system is as he's advancing stealthily through the things. It's just going over and leaving it where system will be in 2 minutes and going back out to where he's stealthing in the front. Alyn's already got a grenade. Mm-hmm. They'll be like, I'll keep an eye out for any environmental controls, because if I can bring the fucking temperature down, it'll be harder on the little fuckers. Alyn, you got anything clever?
I mean, I've got fire.
Okay, hang on to that. Look for a vent. We'll just, you and system can vent, and I'll try to find some fucking controls. If you get eyes on the swarm, fucking let me know. I'll take off my silencer and pump some shots in the air, and we'll get their fucking attention.
Understood.
All right.
Okay, so each of you has an objective that you're going to attempt. I think the way we'll do this is... Sorry, Laura, yeah?
Is there enough atmosphere in here right now to breathe?
Yes. None of you are wearing helmets, so otherwise this would have been a very short sequence.
Of course.
Yeah, you took off your Michelin Man outfit a while ago.
I would like to release little Richard, who can not to fly around, not to be too noticeable, but look, birds hunt bugs. Okay?
Yeah.
Exactly. So if any of them are hiding out and somehow escaping whatever we're throwing at them, Richard might be able to at least, if not kill them outright, tell us where they are.
Gotcha.
Perfect. Tell the little feathery bastard if anything goes wrong, fly to me. I've got a grenade on me. I can deal with whatever swarm follows him. That way, staying away from you, staying away from the vents.
Mm-hmm. You got that, buddy? Yeah. All right.
And he crawls out, and you notice that he's tugging on a little piece of string that he's got around his neck, and you can see that he's found one of Billy's discarded fingers, and he's turned it into a little necklace for himself. So he just kind of like nuzzles it to gain a little bit of courage from his friend, because they spent a lot of time together. I mean, this all happened off camera, but like they've been together for a bit.
They're all inside my suit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's a Whoville situation. You know? And then he takes off and begins his, and he's so small. It's very adorable, like hard flaps to get any amount of the fingers honestly really weighing him down, but it's worth it. It's worth it for the power of friendship. So he takes off into the dome.
Right on, buddy.
Do this for everybody we lost along the way. Let's do this for everybody this fucking corporation's killed. And let's do this for that psychotic little ball of fucking fingers.
So let's roll fresh initiative for this so that poor Declan doesn't have to...
The one that echoes for eternity.
I mean, Ryan, I'm just reading your shirt, and it's just one. So that's the initiative you get.
One fear.
That is your one
nailed
fear.
The character.
Yeah.
Cool. I have a dirty 20.
Oh, and I got the nat one this time.
Oh no.
Okay.
I'm right in the middle with a 10. We got coverage. 1, 10, and 20.
That's what they always say. The big worry in the party is you're not going to have enough slow people.
Yeah, that's
what's
what I read on TTRPG Twitter.
If you rolled a 20, what's your initiative with your modifier in case Jeff Bezos is feeling frisky and fast?
Oh, so I rolled a dirty 20. So my
dirty 20. Sorry, I thought you rolled a
dirty
nat
20. No, it's not a nat. It's a dirty. The bonus is +5.
Okay.
Great. Okay, so Declan, you're up first. Your goal is to try and lower the temperature and to be a distraction. Is that correct?
Distraction if necessary, but yeah, the big thing is like he's looking around to try to find a way to hack into to fuck with the atmospherics. Not to shut it down. He knows he won't have access to that, but if he can shift the ambient temperature down, it'll just make it shittier for bees.
So I think this is, I'll give you either streetwise or investigation to try and, or engineering if you've got it, but basically like how is Declan going to try and find this? Because again, the neighborhood is currently like, just if you're standing on the street and looking at it, it's not a spaceship. Like there's nothing spaceshipy about this, but clearly the Union protocol was such that there must be controls here somewhere, because like Jeff managed to get through, Jacinda, I should say, managed to get through all of the traps that you all had to go through as well. So like there's additional shit that's been plugged into this one, and it cost him his suit. So there's clearly been extra work.
Yeah, I think Declan would be, if the options are streetwise or engineering, like he'd be leaning on the streetwise, which is he knows, because from the corporate wars, he's had to get used to how corporations design streets specifically related to security. So he knows where the wiring is. He knows where they would place security cameras. He knows how to move around that. He knows where to go. And he knows how they generally structure their houses, which means anything in this place that doesn't add up to the typical corporate setup is going to be a signifier of like, that box shouldn't be there. Like, what doesn't make sense wiring wise? And odds are the thing that the thing that serves no obvious purpose and stands out in the pattern is where they have hidden the data port for a tech to actually go engage with, because everything they've done with these fucking things has been pretty like cheap, cheerful, and efficient. Meaning they'd be like, that's a post box. That doesn't do anything. Or like this fountain here. And you're like, yeah, you just have a tech open up, take off the little plaque, and you probably have a thing. So he's just hunting for that pattern.
Okay, sure thing. So let's go ahead then with Streetwise check, please.
Oh, nat 20. There it is.
Hey.
Oh, so yeah, you find pretty quickly. You find in kind of the center of town, quote quote, a more natural material version of that fucking statue that greeted you back in the baggage claim. The very kind of heroic, almost a last poor Yorick thing of like a Bezos holding Firth, as you put it, in his hand, staring at it, up in the sky, thinking deep thoughts, very, Atlas shrugged bullshit kind of way. But this one is carved out of stone. So, it's and oddly weathered. Like this thing stands out like a sore thumb to you. It's very much like the Men in Black, like the little girl with the nuclear physics book, where it's like everything here is prefab metal, and then there's just a fucking stone statue that has been weathered to look like it's been there a long time. Like they've really gone out of their way to try and create a sense of history, which irks you deeply, but also seems this is the one flourish. So moving up with an nat 20, easy to find the port, and to try and hack in. So let's go ahead, because you rolled a nat 20, I'm going to let you also roll your hacking check this turn.
Great.
To your point, because this thing is an emergency situation, the challenge here is not that it's super encoded. The challenge is that it's actually such a basic system that there's not a lot to hack into. There's not a lot of backdoors and a lot of sloppy code. It's literally like this thing serves 4 functions, and
yeah, and
like
and
hacking an emergency flashlight. Like there's not a lot in there to get at.
No, you're also having to work through the downtown conduit that's probably like, there's a streetlights problem. Not like, do you want to change atmospherics in the whole thing? It's like 100%. He's got to worm his way in. So let's see what happens. Come on, motherfucker. 23. All righty, I'm okay with that one. Whew.
Yep. And you should be. So yes, you similar to Lex and her Unix system, which is a joke I make far too much. You're finding your way past all of the different subsystems, and yeah, it's annoying. It's literally just like the information you need is in a filing cabinet. You just have to loot through the filing cabinet. It's not protected. It's just a pain in the ass. But you're quickly zeroing in on it again because it is such a specific to travel. Like it's basically an additional file that shouldn't be there. However, as you're working on this console, you hear a humming in the air around you, and the swarm is going to descend upon you as you work. Can you roll me a reflex save, please?
25.
25. Okay, great. So you're able to mostly get out of the way of this. You will still take half damage. Just one moment while I pull up the B-Man stats.
Is it an area of effect attack, Tom?
It is not.
Okay.
It is bees swarming you and stinging you. Stinging and stinging and stinging. And stinging some more. Okay, so they hit you with that is 10 points of piercing and 11 points of acid.
All right, so that's 21 total.
Come on, little Richard's got to be hungry, right? Come on, fuck.
All righty.
So as you're working, just like again, you hear the hum, and almost reverberating through your head as these things just assault you. You just hear the sort of chorus of voices, no longer through the voice box, instead almost on a psionic level, like deep in your brain, just vibrating with rage. So like, why couldn't you let me have my efficient empire? But you hear pain in it as well. And as you know, your skin begins to, like, you can see your veins growing a bit dark as the poisons and the stingers hit you and the acid damage hits. You also see the bees that have stung you falling away. And it occurs to you that these bees have to die in order to hurt you. So Bezos is also playing with a limited deck. He can't strike you guys forever he doesn't have a machine gun. He has his own body. So we're getting into like bare knuckle boxing in the Arctic, down to like punch to the death kind of situation. But despite the pain you're in, you continue your work and grow closer to the file. Bring us to honor system. So you're looking for vents. How would you be attempting to do that?
Well, knowing that the dome all around the side of us and up over our heads is pretty thin, it seems, basically just protecting us from the outside elements, but housing no real infrastructure, I think honor system is going to grab that gas grenade. Thank you very much, Declan. And then I think look for a manhole cover to get underground, or some kind of floor hatch or utility.
Yeah,
hatch.
I think you can find that fairly easily.
Because I think he's got to look for the guts of this thing to find where the O2 tanks are being held and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. So I think you can find a hatch pretty easily, just because of the way these things are built. One of the interesting challenges with this construct is they had to build, in order for the neighborhood to be immediately active upon landing, it has to have sewer, hydro, and electric built in. So in that thick slab that you guys were riding, there's a bunch of stuff, but it's packed in like a cell phone or a tablet, where none of it's particularly great. All of it's very thin. These pipes will not carry a neighborhood's amount of sewage, but they can try and fail pretty regularly. So you get into the guts, and it's messy down here in an incredibly well-engineered way, but it's not like you drop into a sewer system. It's more like you drop into the guts of a computer.
Okay. Knowing this, is there any way that I could, through maybe intuition, figure out where I need to go?
Yeah, can you give me, I think probably investigation's still the right way to go here.
Okay.
Again, unless you want to go engineering or some such, but
that's not good anyway. 7.
7. Okay. So you're kind of lost when you get down here. It's confusing. Your systems are barely functional at this point. And you can hear Declan wince as through the subdermals, because of course when you clench your teeth with subdermals, like, you hear that. You can hear him taking damage, which is of course distracting. But after fumbling around down here for a bit, you don't know where you're going yet, but you at least have a sense, having failed your first check and kind of lost the round. You've now spent enough time down here that you at least can maneuver around and have a better chance on your next die.
Yeah, I think I put a hand up to feel airflow, because that was a sensation that was introduced to me back when I had flesh, but realizing that has all been basically scored off of me. I begin to look at my ripped and torn up coat, robe, to see if I can just grab some fabric to hold up, to watch it as a visual indication of airflow.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's a matter of like, what, there's barely any tatters left. You hold your hand up and the fingers are kind of twitching and sparking a bit.
Yeah.
But you rip one of the last kind of blood stain now from your own musculature, shreds of your monk's robe, and hold it up and start to get the faintest sign. So you have at least a direction to go next round. So you'll be able to roll with advantage on your next attempt.
Can I just verbally one last thing on my turn?
Please do whatever you like.
Just realizing how challenging this is about to be for me to kind of navigate down here. I get on the subdermals and I just say, Alyn, if Jacinda if Jacinda's swarm behaves anything like a normal swarm of bees, perhaps little Richard could seek out the queen.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's brilliant, honor system.
I cannot guarantee that I will be able to introduce the gas in a timely fashion. We must explore all avenues to victory.
All right. And I whistle to little Richard.
What tune summons him?
It's whistled. I can't wait. I don't think
you don't have to whistle it.
I mean, if you remember, Prince Mudbud went.
Yeah,
it's not fucking whistling.
Oh right, that was the
That's all I
point,
wanted.
wasn't
I
it?
just wanted to hear it again. Thank you for bringing it back into my. We have I think I've mentioned this on air before. We have a hawk who hunts outside of our apartment, and every time Miles and I see it, we hum that song, and they're like, Richard! The baby is so confused. Anyway, great. So thank you for bringing that back into my life. And just like out of the darkness, a bolt of a dark shape on the wing kind of comes like drunkenly stumble flying, because he's still real bad at it. He hasn't had much experience. And he comes in for kind of a rough landing, kind of like aiming for your shoulder, and it kind of misses and like bounces off your chin. It has to like talon.
That's kind of, I feel like I kind of like do that, like fumbling, like catching something that you've dropped, and 100%. Like eventually he lands in the palm of my hand.
And then he kind of straightens himself up and just goes, Arr!
I'm like, find the queen, kill it.
I don't know if any of this is getting through to little Richard, but I hope so.
Little Richard knows. I'm sure he's hunted bees before.
I mean, honestly, with a teacher as good as Mudbutt, how could he not know things?
Yeah. Richard, sound happy. Little Richard, sound sad. Okay, I guess he gets it.
Little Richard, tell me your favorite limerick.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, we can't say that on the air. Jesus.
I was back, little Richard. Holy shit.
I would like to apologize to all of the fantasy hawk familiars who are listening to this right now.
Don't worry about that, Tom. Little Richard actually has prepared an apology, and it reads thus.
Honestly, sounds like spin to me. Amazing. So, little Richard goes off to hunt.
Oh my god, it's his apology tour.
Alrighty. So I've rolled for him on the hunt. He is searching. He is circling, looking for vengeance on a queen bee. Great. That brings us to Alyn. You had a nat 1.
Yeah.
There must be consequence, as in all things.
Why? Like, it's just initiative, man. Like, I stumble a bit. Like, it's fine. I got 4 hit points left.
Alyn, you go last and you poop your pants. Sorry.
That's fine. I'll take it. I shit myself, Tom.
No, you don't get to dictate these terms.
Alyn's so embarrassed. She's never been more embarrassed about anything in her life. It's the worst day now.
Yeah. Okay, I'll say your 1 is actually going to affect little Richard. It's going to make him have a harder time.
No.
He's going to have to do a couple laps before he can really start his search. So I'm going to ignore my previous search success.
Poor little Richard's pants. Just ruined.
So yeah, it's just he's...
That was the one he was in when I pooped.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fine. He's not pooped. He's good. Off he goes.
Canonically, the bird has not pooped.
No,
yes,
he didn't shit his pants. He shit your pants before he flew off.
But you still don't know that because you're so slow this round. You haven't found the shit yet.
Yeah, you'll get there eventually. Alyn, what do you do on your turn?
I think having seen the bees attack Declan, I would like to shadow Declan and ready a fireball when the next swarm
I'm
comes.
just picturing Declan getting fireballed. I'm not in your turn. Just do what you're doing. I'm allowed to laugh.
No, as they come around at a safe distance. This is a large neighborhood. It's fine.
It is. Yep. Okay, so prepping a fireball.
It's fine.
Declan. What could go wrong?
I'm not going to hit them if they're like on Declan. Like, to be clear, that's not.
Let's not make statements that might not be true. Let's just move forward. I like this.
I'm not fireballing another one of your characters, Ryan, because I lost track of the battle.
No, this time it's because you actively chose the strategy.
No.
Okay, so top of the round, Declan, go ahead and roll for your continued hack, please. Now, having just been attacked and not knowing that Alyn is preparing a fireball to cover your back, is there anything you'd be doing differently knowing that the bees are hunting, or would you just be working away?
Declan has the flesh grenade on him, but the flesh grenade is based on a smoke grenade, meaning it's not a fragmenting round. It's designed to release gas over time.
Yep.
So he is actually going to pull the pin and drop it at his feet so that he is in a cloud of anti-bee toxin while he tries to finish this hack.
Great. Go ahead and roll your hack, please.
Dirty 20.
Damn, man, those 20s just keep coming, eh?
Did Honor System took my flesh grenade, right? I don't have one anymore.
No,
correct?
you have
still
one.
have yours.
Oh, I still have
one
it.
off for me.
I had 2, and I gave 1 to Sis.
Oh, so we each have one.
Yes, Declan has dropped his grenade to try to protect himself while he does this hack.
Yes. Okay, great. So in a swarm of Dr. Moreau's kind of anti-Bezos toxin, you're able to continue working. So you're rolling a dirty 20, again, not a problem. You managed to find the climate controls and drop them by a few degrees, as much as you can fuck with them, like a thermostat. You just crank it down. And sure enough,
what's Christmas in Faerun, Tom?
I don't think we ever established that canonically.
Is it Christmas in our world, or is it like the fantasy version?
What is it in 2099? Would like to formally acknowledge the existence of Jesus Christ.
He
was a wonderful goblin.
No, we're just talking about the secular aspect.
Okay, so to say Candlemas that it's its own 2099 thing and it doesn't have that. But I would say that's the protocol Declan found, which is just to match the climate of the outside during like the winter holiday kind of thing.
Sure. So yeah, just like temperature set to a winter wonderland. Great. So temperature, you hear the vents kind of shift. And you hear that kind of that AC blast as cold air begins to flood in. Sure enough, yet again, and Alyn, because you're closer, you hear it too. It just, again, this like psionic buzzing in your head of just like, it would have been perfect and ordered, all creatures working in one efficient hive, as the swarm descends towards you. Alyn, you had a primed action. You can go ahead and launch fireball if you want.
Fucking... They need to take a dex saving throw. DC 16.
They are very dexterous, but they managed to fail this because I rolled tremendously poorly.
Okay. Then I'm... Alyn, having learned her lesson, 4 seasons ago, is going to aim more than 20 feet away, but enough to hit them.
Yep.
So wherever the hell... they are.
Yep.
That's 4, 8, 14, 20, 25, 28, 28, Jesus, 30, 31. Oh, and then I get to roll acid. I keep forgetting that. 31 fire damage. That's what I said, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Plus 2 acid.
All right. The swarm erupts in flame. You see burning bees just kind of almost spiraling off of the main swarm. A few manage to get through and dive bomb Declan, but it's almost like watching something run out of gas. It's just like as they're on their attack run, it's just they suddenly fall away as they move through the mist, and you just hear, "What is this pain? Why, Moreau? A final gift, Father. They shall all pay. And you get the sense the swarm is injured rather badly
Excellent.
by the fireball and the gases.
Friggin' hell, man.
That brings us to
Laura loves bees. This is hard.
These are bad bees, though. There's good bees out there on Favorite 29. And honestly, those good bees would die if Bezos got his way. So, like,
thank you.
Protect the good bees. Ryan, you still have movement left if you want to use it. But you are currently in a cloud of anti-bee.
Yeah, I think he's just going to stay in this cloud and just say, fuck, that was bright, just as the fireball hits the bees. And then he's just going to yell, Bezos! Clearly we're dangerous and we're suicidally determined. So are you. What if we make a fucking deal?
You wish to serve in the hive? I'll let you unionize.
Now here's what I got for you. You give us the ambrosia, because you can make fucking more. And then we'll fuck off out of this dimension, and you can have this whole goddamn world.
This sounds very intriguing to be. Honor system.
That was the biggest eye roll I've ever seen Tyler give in the decade I have known him.
You may not be watching this, but I'm sure you heard that.
I almost fell off my chair. It threw me so hard.
Honor system, how do you feel about Declan's declaration here? Knowing
I was gonna ask, am I hearing this, or is this shouted out loud, not being picked up on my channel because I'm underground in the catacombs?
It's still all metal, I think.
All right,
that's fine. Technology, good, whatever. Blah blah blah. Radio Shark.
Honor system will just say, Declan, there is something important on Faerun that you must collect before leaving.
Declan's not responding. He's busy trying to negotiate with bees. If he starts muttering, this isn't going to fucking go well.
Yeah, that's fine. The last thing I'll say then is, if this is a gambit, then please proceed. But you cannot leave Faerun without this precious thing.
Again, he's not going to respond. He made his offer to the bees. He's waiting to hear what the bees say.
How do I know that you are notorious, Declan McCready, for killing all CEOs? You have destroyed the conglomerata and seek to destroy all that have led it. How do I know this is not one of your trademark goofs?
Listen, I decided I was married recently, and I just want to get my husband the fuck out of this planet. We've got a wizard who can get us the fuck out of here, and then you can have it. It's a toilet. I fought fucking long enough. I hate this fucking place. They just pick a different corporate asshole to put in charge. There's fucking nothing here for me. I hate this whole toilet fucking world. So I just want the ambrosia to soup up my wizard, and we can get the fuck out of here.
Alyn, how are you feeling about all this?
Like, I mean, we really should kill him. He's fucking with dimension shit. But I suppose he can be left for another time. Fuck, I don't know. I don't know. Alyn doesn't want him to live.
Bezos seems to consider this, and then he says, "Why do you require the ambrosia? We have worked hard to create it and are not certain that we could replicate it without the laboratory conditions."
Listen, you're going to have all the time you need. You got a primer hood down on the surface. You can figure that shit out. I need to soup up my wizard to get the fuck out of here so that we get there. I don't know. I don't get fucking murdered by fucking some other swarm of bees or something. I just need to leave, and she's not strong enough to get us out on her own. I can't drink it. You don't have to worry about a super terrace. I'll fucking die. Everyone's made that more than clear to me.
Fine, as long as you teleport out from this primer hood immediately.
Oh, fucking amen. Yes, that'd be great. Let's do this. I'm in.
Very good. Collect your compatriots. I believe one of them is climbing around under the superstructure right now.
All right, everybody, come the fuck on up. Let's do this. Alyn, come on.
Declan, I am not finished down here.
Yeah, system, I don't care. Come up here.
Declan, we cannot leave Faerun to this fate.
System, just come up here, please.
Declan, I agree with Honor System.
Could both of you stop trying to have a fucking personality? He's sub-vocalizing now. Just fucking come up here. Are you near a fucking vent system? I don't think you fucking found the answer while you're down there. Alyn's been apparently shadowing me, so maybe we should all just try to do the fucking Declan thing for a second.
Declan, you have a son.
Well, that's fucking fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Also, get the fuck up here.
I'm on my way.
And then he just stops up vocalizing and he's like, you may have heard me get really fucking angry, and that's because sometimes my compatriots don't do the smartest thing, but you'll notice Alyn is now walking towards me, and system, you'll hear the clunking, is on his way too.
Very good. So you agree that you will teleport out from here using your wizard's magic and then leave this planet to me?
Yes, bring the ambrosia right out here, and we'll fucking fuck off the moment Alyn drinks it.
That will be impossible. Your wizard may have negative effects, and then I will be stuck in here with you.
Well, if she's got negative effects, we're all heavily injured. So, I mean, your odds are pretty fucking good. Also, I'll wait to get the fuck out of here.
All right, so friends, you've gathered. Do you go through with Declan's plan, Honor System and Alyn?
Honor System trusts Declan. He was feeling compelled by, I think, what will later turn out to be fear, but it just, he doubted, but he trusts Declan.
Alyn?
Alyn subvocalizes, like, we're not really leaving him, though, right?
Alyn, if you could just come join me inside this cloud where he gives us the ambrosia so that we can get the fuck out of here, that would be excellent. Please do this. Please don't fuck me on this, is all I'm saying. Don't fuck me on this.
Alyn, please do as Declan says and be ready for anything.
Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. And fuck. Alyn's just like this, very frustrated that Declan won't like give some idea of like what he's gonna do, but like no, they already promised they're gonna help her hunt down people. Like he's in this, we're all in the same mission together, so she'll do it.
Okay. So the three of you gather in the smoke grenade cloud. I assume you refresh that with one of the other two grenades to make sure it doesn't fully dissipate.
Yep. We'd pop Alyn's while we were standing there. Yeah.
Mine.
Alyn's closer, so I think that's the one we could pop first most easily.
Great. So Ryan, what I'm going to need from you, I think, is a persuasion check for Bezos. If you're being genuine. If you're being deceptive, then I need a deception check.
Wonderful. It's a deception check.
Great.
Please, dice gods. Please, dice gods. Please, dice gods. Please. Please. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh,
No.
It is a 13.
Okay. So, Declan, you were convinced that Bezos has bought this. So, what happens?
He's just waiting. He's waiting for the ambrosia to show up.
No.
So a vial of a glowing golden liquid is lowered to you by a number of bees who float just above the cloud. And Bezos says, "I will have to drop this to you. After all, it hurts this cloud that Moreau has left. His stench hangs in the air. You are certain you will leave us?"
Yes, that's the plan.
Well then, enjoy
your world and leave this one to Bezos.
And he drops the vial.
Right, Declan will catch it.
Amazing. It explodes. You take...
Fuck, of course it does.
28. Oh Jesus. That's yeah.
If it's not going to add up to more than 222, he's out. Because 222 will kill him because that's double his regular health, right?
Great. Oh, it's not going to be 222.
Right. So he's to zero because he's only got 15 HP left. So
okay.
Blam.
So it erupts in your hands, and unfortunately, he saw through your deception, and despite your best efforts, I think. Is there any signal you give Alyn and Honor System that this was a double cross as you go down?
I mean, realistically, no. This thing went off in his hand, so there's no time.
Okay.
Because he couldn't give them a single sign because he didn't want to risk there being any sign that he was fucking this up. He was playing it as close to the vest as he's ever played anything.
Yep, totally
This
fair.
Didn't go. So the explosion sound probably works for Honor System.
Fair enough.
It was on the way but hadn't made it yet.
So it explodes in your hand. Shards, blast into your face, and you collapse. And Bezos just you hear that psionic hum, Honor System and Alyn in your heads of just, you thought you could outsmart Bezos? I am a god. At which point you hear a "the fuck" and a small, mighty as Lil Richard soars through this cloud and takes one very important bite. And Alyn, a different vial falls from the sky. Honor System, you want to try and catch this thing before it hits the ground?
I mean, for all I know, I'm catching a second bomb, but fuck it, right?
Give me reflex.
Looking for reflex as in a save?
Yes, please.
It's a 10. I rolled a 5 and I get a 5 on the modifier.
10 will do it. You manage to get a hand under it. And the smoke from the flesh grenade is beginning to dissipate. You toss it to Alyn, and Alyn, the moment of truth has come. As was foretold by Moreau, you hold in your hand the power of Godhead. It's something that can render you a new but ancient power in the universe. Over centuries, those you know and love will die and turn to dust, but you will remain and grow in power and influence until you eventually become some form of a god. You've seen what the effects of Godhead have been on some. You've seen what Xanthus has done to try and turn himself into a god. You have seen the lengths Bezos will go to in order to become a god. You hold that power in your hand. What do you do?
Yeah, but here's the thing, Tom. They were all weak. And Alyn drinks it.
This episode of Dum Dums and Dragons 2099 features the voices of Ryan LaPlante at the Ryan LaPlante on Twitter, Tyler Hewitt at Tyler_Hewitt on Twitter, Laura Hamstra at EL Hamstring on Twitter, and our DM Tom McGee at McGeeTD on Twitter. This episode's sound was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra. The system we're playing is Carbon 2185, and Dum Dums and Dragons artwork is by Del Borovic, who can be found at delborovic.com. Our theme songs are Core Collapse and Sanctuary of the Sky Gods by Nathaniel Yaverne, and our ad music is No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR, all available at freemusicarchive.org. When it comes to Dum Dums and Dice, you can visit our website at dumdumdice.com. Our Twitter and Instagram are at dumdumdice, and on Facebook at facebook.com/dumdumdice. But most importantly, we've got merchandise at redbubble.com/people/dumdumdice, or you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/dumdumdice. That's DUMBDICE. Now I'm off to do future things before we return for the next episode of Dum Dums and Dragons 2099. Dum-Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time. The Half-Blind Prophet, Christopher Little, Sue One, George Dolby, Richard Cranium, Sammy Boy, Orion Birchfield, Scott Garland, Benjamin V, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Logan, Fire Unfriendly, Acrix, Grandma Likes D&D, Alyn, Austin Nut Powers Fry, Stabby Stranger, Glitch Trick, Roman Brown, Shulzari, Christian Mendez, Spot Allen, Flynn 1138, Alarain Okapi, OMG It's Big Nick, Steve Wees, D&D and Things, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.